father once said, "Many have dreams and goals, but it's only the wise who achieve it." Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members, and honorable guests, a very good afternoon. You have probably heard of the success stories of J.K. Rowling, Steve Jobs, Michael Jordan, or even Thomas Edison. But today I would like to share an unwritten success story of Mr. K. Murugesan, my hero who also happens to be my father, and how education impacted and changed his entire life. My father was born in the year 1944 in India. He was the son of a cab driver who was the sole breadwinner of a family of 9. Needless to say, finances were tight and unpredictable. His 2 older brothers quit school at 8th and 10th grades to help support the family. But my father here enjoyed school and got excellent grades, and his entire family supported and encouraged him. But when he turned 12, he understood the finances at home, and he decided to quit school and find work. And here, I'd like to share a short story that I have titled, "A Basket of Tomatoes." One morning, my father went looking for work at this bus station, where he knew vendors would arrive with a basket of vegetables from the wholesale market. And he found his opportunity when he saw this vendor struggling with a wicker basket of ripe tomatoes. So he approached him and asked, "Sir, would you like me to help carry the basket?" To which the man said yes and agreed to pay him 2 rupees, which is equivalent to 0.029 cents. So my father lifted the basket onto his head and off he went, following the vendor on a 1.25 mile walk. This 12-year-old, imagine that. The tropical heat, the sweat, and the slow dripping of tomato juice from top of his head and onto his face could not steal his joy that day. His energy was fueled by his excitement and enthusiasm, and his mind wandered to all the possibilities of what this 2 rupees could buy. So once he reached destination, he lowers his basket and is eager to receive payment. But this vendor instead shoos my father away with a clear intention that he did not want to pay him. My father stood there in disbelief as he saw this man walk back into his store, and the realization hit him that this man had actually taken advantage of him. His initial energy, excitement, and enthusiasm was now replaced with dismay, disappointment, and desperation. He now not only tasted the sweat and the tomato juice, he also tasted the tears running down his cheeks. His spirit was crushed. But that was the moment he decided he's never ever going to put himself in a situation where somebody could do this to him. He knew he had to break the pattern, and he wanted to make it big. He wanted to be his own boss and make his own money. And he knew he had his 3 great passions that he can count on. He knew to fish, he knew to play soccer, and he also knew how to teach. But fishing was out of question because this child had only 1 fishing rod that could catch only 1 fish at a time. But soccer equally was out of question because you don't see this child wearing Nikes or Reeboks. He's bare feet. So he knew it had to be teaching, which he so passionately enjoyed doing by gathering all the kids in his neighborhood and telling them bedtime stories. And my mom is one of those children who loved to listen to his stories. So once his mind was made that he wanted to be a teacher, he knew he had to get back to school and finish high school, which he did, after which he got an admission into an engineering college. During the 4-year program, he did make it to the soccer team, and he also went on fishing trips on weekends with his friends. Once he graduated engineering, you see him here, he nailed a job as a lecturer in an engineering college. And you would think this is where my story would end, but no, because this young man had a lot of restlessness within him, and he knew and identified it as his potential that's trying to break free. So he took up civil service exams. He passed it with flying colors and was appointed as a Class 1 gazetted officer in the Indian Railways. He was soon recognized as a distinguished officer and was a recipient of many awards. Here you see him receiving awards from the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, which is equivalent to a governor. And later, a couple of years down the road, he's sitting with one. He was one post away from becoming the general manager of Southern Railways before his retirement. Education gave him the flexibility to change careers, and it also gave him the chance to meet the elite and to be one. Education gave him the wings to travel the world. He was a white passport holder who represented the government wherever he traveled. He was invited not only within India but abroad as well to share his expertise. And 2 years prior to his retirement, he wanted to get back to his passion of teaching by starting his own college, and he chose to come to the United States to do a master's program. And that's him on graduation. He graduated, went back, got his license, and started his own college. His motto was each one teach one, and his goal in life was to eradicate poverty one family at a time, which he did by picking a child from an underprivileged family, putting them to school, training them, and later making sure they found work. And today, my father is no more, but I stand before you with a grateful and thankful heart, not only to my God, but also to Toastmasters for giving me this opportunity to share and shine light on this brilliant man. If a son of a cab driver in India could achieve all this in his lifetime, I wonder what we could do in this land of opportunities. Commit yourselves to your goals, dreams, envision it. Success is not easy, but it is possible. It only took a basket of tomatoes for my father. I wonder what would take you. Over to Toastmasters.